Should be good to go. Should be good to go. Testing, testing. Alright, yeah, we're good, we're good,
Shalom,
we're
shalom.
good. Shalom.
Our praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Barashim,
Barashim,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Barashim,
Barashim,
Makakodash.
Give double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and salutes to the sincere elect out there. As we say, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. Yes, we're going to just get into a quick live, Lord willing, straightforward and to the point on some, as the elders, our apostles say, some psychoanalyzing. Getting into some psychoanalyzing in concerning the devil today. The devil incarnate.
Yeah.
You know, so hit the precept of Bible Shah. Hit the precept. Start from the top and see where the Spirit leads us.
It's Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Barashim Yahushua, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir,
Yep.
and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the
That's what
Lord.
we're doing. That's what we're doing, man. And we're going to be doing this as time goes on, Lord willing. Right, doing more of the psychoanalyzing on our enemy, the devil. Right, and it talks about Esau, right, his original resting place, which really he hasn't got no official resting place, but Mount Seir or the caves, which he was put up there, ran up in there, right, the time when we were ruling, right, the Caucasus Mountains. So Mount Seir, Petra, right, his base, his part-time base, because really his permanent base is going to be when we get him, pursuant to the scriptures, what we're going to get now, like Obadiah, reading on in Ezekiel 35. He will have a permanent base. Right now he's a fugitive. There's no real resting place, but he will have a resting place when he's serving out his debt to society. And we're just going to, like I say, psychoanalyze this devil a little bit.
It says in Ezekiel 35 and 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord the Most High, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yep, that's the judgment set out, and it's playing out already. He's just waiting for the sentence. It's playing out already right now in lifetime. The actual sentence is going to be made. The sentence of this devil.
The decree has already been made spiritually.
Right, in the spirit, in the heavens.
Yep.
And that was the prophet Ezekiel, man. That was his assignment, and that's the assignments of us today. Continuing with that assignment, Ezekiel, no doubt, he's either in the spirit world or he's back here. We may say he could be back here, fulfilling his assignment. Along with many other prophets, Prophet Daniel, Prophet Elijah, Elisha, right, Marsha, and he made a little, a brief appearance. According to the elders and apostles, they made a brief appearance over the LA camp. But what we do know is that the face of the Most High is against the wicked, right? He set his face against them. You understand? So let's read on.
Right, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 4. It says, I shall read verse 3 again. It says, And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord the Most High, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know I am the Lord Yahweh.
And we're going to get into the reasons why. But he set his face. You know, when you set your face against something, you make up your mind. You're going to do something. It's in your mind, man. It's in your agenda. He has an agenda, right? We know Revelation 13. That's his ultimate agenda, to put the Jakes, the so-called black people, them, which were not black, but brown people. But his agenda is to put us back in slavery. But you have an agenda, the Most High got an agenda, and what he say, that he shall do. So he who laughs
laughs best.
Carry on. Read carry on, Baba Kusha.
Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Yeah, because that's his gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his gift. As we went into a little bit, we touched on it a little bit last week.
Yeah.
Right, we went into a little bit of history on what he did to us last week. A little bit touched on a little bit of history. Lord willing, we're going to touch on a little bit more. As a matter of fact, finish 5, and then let's get into some psycho and analyzing, Baba Kushar. Now read 5 and then read Leviticus 24, Leviticus 10 and 16.
Oh, 10 and 16.
And then let's get into some psychoanalyzing.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5 again. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed blood, the blood of the children of Israel, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Read that again. We have to practice as well. Right? We're going to have to practice. Read that again with a little bit of bass, as I always say. Read with a little bit of bass.
So Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
There you go.
And hast shed the blood.
When you hear them man, we watch a little bit of James Brown.
Yeah,
when the man them sing, James Brown, right, which he was the mentor of Michael Jackson, and he was mentored by Little Richie. When you hear them, they was known as the funk. They sang with power. Even Michael Jackson, but he was more known as a crossover with the pop, rock, and so-called R&B. Which when he started that, Michael Jackson, when he started that, he was more into the, what they call Motown soul, a little bit of funk. But his mentor was James Brown, and James Brown was he didn't mince his words when he spoke about the big payback. You could hear the power, man. That funk. In the music, the bass, the drum. That was funky, man. And his voice when he go, ow, oh, you can feel the power, man. And we was watching the concerts. When we pan to the audience, you can hear they was getting geared up, excited.
Yeah.
Mainly Edomite women, man. He touched everybody, man. He was crossover. I wouldn't say he was doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
But because Jake, we're the form of all things, we just let it flow. He was getting to it, man. He was like that. You could hear the funk, man. Ow, oh, living it. Some of the songs we know, right? Because he touched into his time, his lifetime was a lot of the time he spent in the. He said he was born on the cotton field. He came off the cotton field picking cotton. So he's goes back to being a slave, and he had a little part in the civil rights era. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. He had a part in it. As we know, he had to be juiced into a certain extent, but he was known as one of the hardest workers men in showbiz. Obviously, Jake be under the curses, so Jake be putting that work in. But no one could deny he had talent and funk. He put the funk into the music, which Jake, him, Little Richie, Michael Jackson, they was known for being what's the word? Originating or putting the funk into the rock. Pioneers, trailblazers, right? Which that goes back to Jake anyway. Us as a people. So read that scripture, man. But we're coming back to that. Yes, this man, he's as deaf, right? Because we're gonna just get into it. Let's bring it out.
Ezekiel 35 and verse.
The reason why I said that is when we read, Lord willing, we can help you. We want you to feel that, the bass coming through the camera.
Bear with us.
Practice make perfect. Lord willing, we get in there.
Yep. Ezekiel 35 and verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, the Most High, I will prepare thee unto blood.
There you go.
And blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right, stop there and hold that scripture. Leviticus 10 and 16. And I went I went in the week. I wanted to just fact check something. We're going to fact check something. Like I say, we're psychoanalyzing most of the work of our elders. What they've given us the breakdowns and prophecies, and we just really need to just from time to time go over them and psychoanalyze. Now, the fact checking I did. Let's go to some things I came up with here. Because last week we were speaking about this devil, right? So the Tuskegee experiment, right? When I chat last week, that's why I'm not going to ask him that same question this week. The chat GPT asked the question, how many people what happened? I asked, but so when I did the research, all I did very simple. I just went on TikTok. You know, I tapped in 1 or 2 things, went on TikTok, and this is what came up. And there's more. There's other information as well. The Tuskegee experiment, right? This is how easy it could be. You know, you don't got to dig. Now we're being spoon-fed, man. Daniel.
TikTok gives a lot of truth.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because people, obviously, they got a lot of their inspiration from our elders and their elders on down. Elders and their elders on down. And now they're just putting as I say, the psychoanalyzing. And Daniel's 12. Hold it, Baba Kushar. Daniel's 12 and 4. So let me just read that while you're looking for that. Read this fact check what came up. The heinous act that the US infected over 1,600 black men with syphilis, right? Because chat was beating around the bush, and Google now they're playing semantics now, right? That's the conclusion we came to, right? They infected them with syphilis. They didn't already have it. They was infected, right? And when you get into some of the analyzing, you can actually see them grabbing up just random men on the cotton field, telling them to pull up their sleeve. I want to stick you. Does it sound familiar?
Experimentation.
Sounds very familiar to us.
Oh yeah, right now.
Yeah, it sounds very familiar with Fauci in the Senate pleading the fifth, and with the 2020 pandemic, pandemic. Does it sound familiar? And even before then, you had the swine flu.
Oh yeah.
There's all these other ones. What's the other one? The measles. Us growing up in the schools.
Gotta take that one.
You need to pay a visit to the nurse and get your finger ready. You know, get your sleeve ready, and there's a lollipop for you after because you were so brave. It sounds very familiar, doesn't it?
Of course.
Right. Men with syphilis. They infected men with syphilis. Over 600 black men with syphilis and denied them treatment. Because we can't leave out those important facts. Because otherwise, he gets to walk off scot-free as the fugitive he is.
Like a serpent.
Like he wants to. Right? That's why he plays with words. His mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yeah.
Any scriptures that come to your mind, you just bring them true. Bring them true, Baba Kushar. Yeah. But definitely hold Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. When I finish just reading this. And by the way, just let me show them, because I might have some who want to see that I'm not. You ain't making this up.
Sure.
Yeah, you hold them. You hold it. You hold it. And hold on. Yeah, you. Just let them see. We ain't making this up.
Gotta read that there. A few seconds. Obviously, when you scroll on TikTok, you do see a lot of information. You do your own research and you realize, it's actually true.
Yeah.
Certain of it, you can read other books. And it's all there in the books.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to dig into the books, and if you're a real digger, you won't find it. But sometimes you just want to get something, quickly and to the point.
Because this was always trying to wipe out information.
Yeah, and he's doing his due diligence, what he does on the left hand side with the internet. But there's certain things that I'll tell you what, hold Daniel 12 and 4, since we're talking on that point.
Okay.
Come on.
So this is Daniel 12 and 4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased."
Yep. So they was directly with the syphilis experiment, right, or the Tuskegee experiment. The date was let me see if I got the date here. The time frame 1932 to 1972, right? So that's 40 years ago. Gives you the timelines there, right? Because these are things that we don't want to just brush over. We want to bring out something when necessary, if necessary. Just get into some of the stats and bring out receipts.
Yeah.
For those who may concern, because we're getting into the history a little bit, and we're gonna come to we're getting to the conclusion of the matter, and also how many men were being a bit more precise now. Yeah. 28 men were deleted directly from the advanced needle. Yeah. What did our elder apostles call it? Elder apostle Tahar?
The loosey juicy.
The loosey juicy, but then you got a little mini. It looks like a little mini sword.
Venom,
the
fangs,
the pharmaceutical image. I tell you what, the pharmaceutical image. Pull it up.
Oh, what, the serpent going around the thing?
Pull it up and show them. I'm gonna try and just bring out some facts and bring out some little bit of receipts. Because I remember I did go into it a little while ago. Just go over it a bit again. The pharmaceutical image where you see a little mini sword and a serpent that goes around it. Yeah. You got it there. There's others as well. Give them the one in colour.
Yeah. Let them see it properly.
Yeah.
Properly. So that's the image there.
Because I'm just concerned about the ones that don't know. Most of the brothers in the truth, I would say that most of the brothers and a few sisters probably know. But a whole heap of people don't know what's going on, man.
It's the medical.
Still don't know what's going on. Because they've been kept asleep. 28 people deleted directly from the getting that little sword, and they're still paying. Now you may have to. We're talking about health again. It is what it is. Anyway, 100 men deleted from the heart, brain, and other medical problems. The side effects that it caused.
Yeah.
Imagine, it only matters when it's like maybe it's affected your family directly, or maybe you had a close shave. Maybe me, you, or anyone we know maybe had a very close shave, and that's when it becomes real. And our brothers in our camp have had some thorns in the flesh that they had to contend with. That's when things become more real.
True.
And
you feel it, man.
And ultimately, Revelation 13 and 16. When people that we hear about, they tried to give it to me, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I resisted it. Some brothers in our camp as well, we've got to give them a shout. The ones that refused to take the loosey juicy and were threatened with their jobs
at work,
right? And they said no, and they kept their jobs. I done a video, and I thought it was very. I felt encouraged. One of the brothers over there in the LA, who was given that conundrum, that problem solver, because really it's a tester from the Most High, and he refused to get the loosey juicy around 2020 when everybody was being tempted with it, and he refused it. He lost his job, but the Most High gave him another job. I had to speak on that.
Yeah, that's faith.
That's a faith booster. So 100 men died from the side effects. 400 wives caught from their husbands. Boy, they was going through some stuff. And 16 children were born with and I noticed when we asked chat earlier, wasn't he kind of hesitating a little bit to bring out the facts?
They even programmed the hesitation.
And he cleared his throat.
Yeah.
We ain't making this up. And you noticed it. You said he even coughed and cleared his throat when I cornered chat.
We got computers coughing now, okay. And this is the actual app as well, Chat GPT.
Right. So we're just psychoanalyzing. Lord willing, it's gonna be a quick video. Don't have to get too bogged down in it. But we're just gonna bring out some stats. There's another question I wanted to ask as well. You read that already, Daniel. So we're in the time of the end. The knowledge is increasing. One of the questions I wanted to ask to psychoanalyzing, what is the most aggressive or ferocious land animal? And see if we can corner and get something out of that. Yeah, ask ChatGPT and then I might ask this one and see what he says on mine.
Okay.
But there's something else as well I want to say. Remember, you was the one that we set up a voice for chat, a particular voice. That voice is changed, you know. Have you noticed it? The voice that I set up.
It sounded like a Jake though, the one that the current voice. Well, the one initially.
This one might be an Amalekite. Something's going on with this man, but it's all right. We have to be wise as
serpents. I think it's because they're updating it. They're updating it. That's why.
They've got Amalekite working for them now. It's all right. We're gonna see what we're gonna find.
ChatGPT sold out.
Yeah. There's a couple of questions we're going once again with the psychoanalyzing, and once we've done that, we've done what we wanted to do in this video, and and it's going to be to the next one.
So who's the most deadliest killer animal on land?
Yeah.
Let me check it out. So gives me quite a list. So it says if you mean land animal. So this is asking ChatGPT who is the most deadliest killer animal on land, and this is the response. If you mean the land animal that kills the most humans each year, the answer is generally the snake. That's spiritual, brothers. That's spiritual. Genesis 3.
Make this up.
Esau's likened as a serpent.
Days. The serpent was more subtle.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
any animal in the
yeah.
Get it right now.
Get the scripture, because that's why I noticed. I watching them be watching our elders be going in a lot of the time. Elder Apostle Tahar, he just be asking. He's just most, to psychoanalyze something. You just it's mainly ask questions.
True. Just like an investigation.
And then see, it's like an investigation, and then see what you get, the feedback that you get, and then you go from there.
That's it.
So sometimes you may just have you think you got a writer's block. I'm pretty sure if you're in the truth, you've got a lot of questions you want answered. That's what you can get into it, come from that angle sometimes.
Yeah.
It's the serpent. So I didn't know that.
Hold on, yeah. So that was the first one as well. But anyways, let me read this. This is Genesis 3:1.
Yeah.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh the Most High had made, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. So yeah, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Really, that's talking about Esau, Edom. It's a representative of an actual man.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures do come in with metaphors and of course symbolism.
Yeah.
As an Akim, you would hear this word allegory as well. So really, that serpent is referring to Esau, Edom as well.
Yeah, he's known as beastly animals like the dragon as well, the serpent, the dragon, right? Yeah. All these ferocious animals, and the dragon is a very ferocious animal,
Yeah. That's an advanced serpent.
Right, it's an advanced serpent.
Flying.
That's the title. That's another one of their titles. The fugitive. So these are. Yeah. You got a precept?
Just a quick one on that.
Come on, bring it on.
So Psalms 140. Even King David as well. He was praying for protection from the wicked, preservation from the wicked. So this is his words. Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They are sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. So of course, even that third verse, it says they are sharpened their tongues like serpent. It's like a serpent. Yeah. So which means, any type of grievance of which Jake has, they always formulate through the media and all these other platforms as well. They can change the opinion of the mass population towards Jake to make them hate us. Of course, obviously 20s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even on to up to now as well. Jake has had a stigma, on them, being called bywords and whatnot.
Yeah, because of the agenda and the influence that the serpent has by beguiling people, by being serpent-like.
Yeah, that's why during the Joe Biden era, Joe Biden was in office during the CV-19. He was saying let the so-called blacks Native Americans and
Yeah,
Hispanics.
Yeah.
You all got to get the juice.
With the help of Anthony Fauci, which is now pleading the fifth. After stacking up all those bodies,
it's all come back to him.
I'm being kind.
So I think Anthony Fauci, he's like the straw man, isn't it? He's like, okay, he's the fool guy.
The fool guy.
Let it go on him.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. It's all orchestrated.
Yep. It's the agenda.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Since you go back to the a little bit more on the psychoanalyzing, I'm finding that quite interesting.
Right.
Just read the point if there's up until there's no more.
So it says the answer, if you mean the land animal that kills the most humans each year, the answer is generally the snake. It says here is a rough ranking based on estimated annual human deaths. Snakes, about 80,000 to 140,000 deaths.
All right.
It says venomous bites, according to global health estimates. Dogs, 59,000 deaths.
All right, that's enough there.
All right,
so go to Revelation. We're talking about serpents right now. Revelation 12 and 12. I'll go start with 7. Get into a little bit of that.
Revelation 12 and 7.
You can start with 6.
Okay. So this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 6. It says, and the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of the Most High, that they should feed her there. They should feed her there, and 1,260 days.
Yeah.
And there was war in heaven.
Yep.
Michael and his
angels. That's yet to happen. Right, when we meet. But yeah, that was the so-called Africans, which were the Israelites, fled during the 17 AD. Right, we fled to the wilderness. Right. So and we escaped persecution from the Romans, right? So they came to pick us up 1,000 years later and took us to the Americas up to this very day. And 2.260 day, right, represents 350 years, right? So prepare the place, slavery, 1 score. So it talks about 3 score. 1 score is 20 years, 3 score is 60 years. Yeah, so have you read 7? Read 7.
No, okay. So this is Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven.
Yeah.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yeah, that's future prophecy. Right? So the dragon today, as a matter of fact, carry on, you can carry on.
Yeah. It says, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place.
And that's another word we talk about: serpent and dragon. Yeah, that's the other names. And what are dragons? They're known for their fierceness. You got all these. We've been watching some of these classical martial arts movies that I like Snake and the Eagle Shadow. Right, Snake and the Eagle. Well, when they go at it, boy, they're the some of the fiercest creatures, land creatures. Snake and the Eagle. As we just got some stats on that too. And the dragon is another fierce martial arts too.
There's level.
That's the dragon stance, and he's got a way of standing. So Esau is known as the dragon, right? And he pursued. Who is he pursued?
It says here, verse 8.
Now read that again, Baba Kusha.
Yeah, verse 7. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yeah.
And the dragon fought and his angels.
Yep. That's also the ancient Roman Empire. They're the dragon. They're known as a dragon, right? That's their symbol or another one of their names.
Yeah.
Right. Which is the beast. It talks about the beast. Right. The America, which is part of the beast. Right. Synonymous with the whole beast system, the 7 heads. Have you read that bit yet?
No, not yet.
Go on.
So verse 8 says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Hamashiach, for which means anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Read 9 again. Read it slow and just do it a little bit from the chest, Bubble
Yeah.
Show.
Right, Revelation 12 and verse 9, and the great dragon.
Yep, that great dragon, right? Great dragon, right? Not otherwise known as the Roman Empire, or even today the revived Roman Empire, because they've been revived again. They're great. They have power. They have influence. Spearheaded by the now Nero 47. He's spearheaded them. What he's doing over there with Iran, covering, and they're taking a bashing, by the way. They're losing millions and millions of their military.
Yeah.
But when it talks about the angels, that represents their power and their technology. When it talks about how they were cast out, right? And they were cast out to come down in the future war, which is going to be the ultimate war with Yehoshua, the angels, which is our military, the spiritual military, and the 144,000, right? In that. So, yeah. Just read that again, and then we could get back to getting some more analyzing.
Yeah, Revelation 12 and 9, and the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
That's his military. He's now, which is advanced into his technocracy, his technology. The AI, and he's continuing to spread his tentacles all around the world. His AI, as we say, we're cross-examining these AI right now with the chat GPT. They're getting more and more and more advanced.
Yeah.
So let's get into a bit more. We asked the question with the earthly creature, which led us to get into the revelation and the scriptures that we read. The serpent is being pinpointed, man. Even Google agrees with that. Hold on, I'm gonna ask chat something. Let me ask chat. Let me see I just want to see if chat's gonna beat around the bush. Like I say, it's psychoanalyzing.
I got a definition of psychoanalyzing in case you want to bring it out.
All right, go on then. Go on, bring it out.
Whilst you're doing your thing,
No, do it now.
So psychoanalyze, the Google definition, it says it means to analyze or treat someone's mental or emotional health using psychoanalysis. It says it focuses on bringing unconscious thoughts, hidden memories, and childhood conflicts into the conscious mind to relieve mental distress. So really, it uses therapy.
Right.
But of course, with Esau Edom, he has his it's really the programs of the Most High within him that's being brought out
on the left hand side. Yeah,
the reason why it does certain things. So when brothers be psychoanalyzing, Esau Edom, is really just getting into the nature of his spirit.
Yeah,
that's really it.
And that's what you do. That's what you do when for example, if you was to go to the physician of no value now, there's nothing wrong with you asking questions. You're supposed to ask questions, appropriate questions, obviously, not unnecessary questions, appropriate questions. That's what we're trying to do. So we're asking questions, because we're concerned, and we should. We're in that time, man. Revelation 12 and 12. He's come down to us with great wrath, knowing he has a short time. He's speeding things up. He's diversifying his attack.
Yeah.
That's the dragon. That's the serpent. Now I've got one more question to ask chat. Let me see if I frame it in my head first. Hi, chat.
Hey, how's it going?
One more question. I just want to ask. What is the most ferocious sea creature or sea marine animal that does the most killing?
One sec. Okay, depends on what you mean. If we're talking most dangerous to humans, jellyfish.
Okay.
But if you mean top ocean predator, killer whales, orcas. They're apex hunters, super smart, and no confirmed wild attacks on humans. Other contenders, great white sharks, saltwater crocodiles, if we're including coastal waters.
So the answer to the question is?
It depends on the frame. Most deadly to humans, box jellyfish.
All right.
Most powerful ocean predator, orca. Most notorious large predator, great white.
Oh, the great white shark. All right. Can you explain what orca is? Because I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Orcas, also called killer whales, are actually the largest member of the dolphin family. They're highly intelligent, social, and they hunt in coordinated pods. Different groups have their own dialects and hunting styles. Pretty smart for fish, eh?
So, in summary, the jellyfish. Can you tell me how many humans the jellyfish kills maybe yearly?
Let me check real quick. Exact numbers aren't known, but estimates suggest around 50 to 100 people globally each year, mostly from fox jellyfish. That's way higher than sharks, but still rare overall.
Box jellyfish.
All right, that's enough for now, chat. Thank you.
Anytime. Take care.
ChatGPT be interesting, man.
All right, so I want to just get something a little. So you know what? Check the exact number ain't known, but the estimated suggestions around 50 to 100 people globally yearly. Now I've got one more question. One more question.
Hold on. I think you told me to. The last one was
Oh yeah. By the way, if anybody's got any scriptures, we said we were going to do this. We're going to pay attention to the live and any suggestions or anything that brothers want to tribute. We're paying that more attention this time.
Check the live.
Like I say, we're just psychoanalyzing. The video is really kind of. We can start winding down now anyway. For the most part, just want to hit a couple of finishing scriptures off.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a long video, overly long.
Alright, so you said the last question. Oh, let me check this one.
Yeah, I've got one more question. I'm gonna ask you.
There hasn't been no comment really.
Tell you what. Before I ask that question, let me get some stats, because I do like to touch on these stats lately without getting unnecessary. Yeah, just briefly scratching the surface. So we saw the Tuskegee was man-made. Wasn't no incompetence. It was man-made. It was malicious. No, we're not mincing our words. It was malicious. The Tuskegee was malicious.
Yeah.
And some stats with the Anthony Fauci, right? The CV, right? We're speaking in code, right? Data. How many people it says there? And I'm gonna show them, innit?
11,000 plus, so it was more than the 11,000.
Right.
For the deaths.
It says deaths, and how many there?
For
900,000 plus adverse event.
reports.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's still giving us. We've got something to go on, Akim. There. You can see it. You put it there like that. Yeah. So. The jellyfish. Well, the jellyfish. The jellyfish is the most ferocious sea creature or marine animal.
Yeah.
Let's say to be kind, 50 a year or 100. That's what you said, chat.
50 human kills.
Human kills a year.
Them things be deadly.
So we just put it.
Jellyfish.
I'm gonna let you decide, Akim. All right. 11,000 from the CV. Right, deletions, 11,000 from the CV deletions, and there's, like I say, it's plus, isn't it? So
yeah, so it's more.
Most likely more, because not everybody gonna come and like just before they quote gonna give their name and address.
No. Some of them are embarrassed.
This devil then never comes up with it, man. He never comes with the whole truth. And 900,000 side effects, adverse effects, but they supposed to have lived. But boy, you better off dead. Right, so that's a stat there.
It's true. Death is better than continual sickness.
Right.
So I was just
yeah, that's true. You got more to say on that?
Yeah, because during that time, there were accounts of Bell palsy going on. Half of the face paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
People getting.
There was a whole heap of news. People just coming into the news was coming in. Brothers were doing videos on it. Brothers were putting it on the chat where people was coming and reporting that. They got bowel palsy. Yeah. They can't move their face. Comedians was on stage laughing and joking and just killed over in the middle of their joke.
Yeah. There was a woman that had that.
Yeah. There's probably others as well that didn't make the mainstream.
cardiac arrests.
Oh, we ain't gonna forget with what happened in some of these camps, the Power Ranger camps as well. The IUIC 22 to 20, around 20 plus was deleted, and then you had General Yohana telling everybody it's all right to get it, and he used his understudy, Captain Tazaria. He said he got it and it's all right. I'm all right. He said, I'm all right.
Don't trust your enemy.
But whether he did or not, but it's still count amount to. I tell you what. Let me just draw some breaks. I've got some more questions, Akim. Lord willing, Leviticus 24,
16,
a little bit more, some more questions. We're just trying to put things in perspective. And if we feel the way we do, imagine how the Most High feels, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Angry,
anyway, let's get the script. Well, we don't need to imagine. We're getting the scriptures.
You know, man.
He done tell us already. How he feels about it.
So this is Leviticus 24 and verse. Oh, let me double check.
Yeah, go to 17. I believe it might be 17. Leviticus 24. Start from about 17.
Right. So this is Leviticus 24 and 17. It says, "And he that killeth any man shall surely."
Because the Most High don't mince his words, isn't it?
Yeah.
When he put that, he was writing that law via the Leviticus law, writing it down. Right? He said it, man. He wasn't mincing his words. Read that again and carry on. Read all the way down to the bottom.
So Leviticus 24 and 17. It says, "And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death.
Yep.
And he that killeth a beast shall make it good, beast for beast."
Yeah, so the Most High even caters for beasts. If he caters for beasts, how much more for people, humans, but even how much more for his elect?
That's true.
So
That's true.
those who misled, starting with Dr. Fauci, who's pleading the fifth, he thinks he's going to go off into the sunset, right off into the sunset, and everything going to be all right. No. Or even somebody in Power Ranger camp said, it's all right, I'm all right. So you get it. Bad examples. You're marked by the Most High.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't going to run off into the sunset. You broke the law. And they're the same ones pushing the law.
Yeah.
You can't make this up.
And that's the thing as well. The 501c3 groups, they get funding from 501c4 groups, which is, just doing a little bit of research on it.
Yeah.
So of course, if you're funded by another group, that means you're open to losing your integrity, because the one who pays you is the one who then controls you.
Disclaimer: it's only when this gonna be put back into practice when Yahushua comes back, right? Via his angels, his host of armies. It's gonna be instantly put back. The law is gonna be introduced back.
Yeah.
Right, the law, the Leviticus law,
and the whole world gonna listen to us, to our law.
So you think you could just be say what you want, it doesn't apply to me, and you're gonna delete someone? That's as we know, that's in the Ten Commandments as well, as it's saying here.
Yeah,
there's a payment for that.
True.
Even in Esau's system, what did he say? There's no for death. What did he say? When you kill someone, pull it up, because I know I used to remember it.
Manslaughter.
When you delete someone, even with this Nolan Wells, there's no when you delete someone, and you are found guilty, years later, there's no substitution. I know, brothers. Anybody who's listening, put it on the chat. There's no something when it comes to killing someone. There's no. You can't just go off into the sunset. There's no. It has to be remembered. You have to pay back. Even in Esau's law, there's no well, it's definitely in our law, but it's even in and Esau is a caveman, a beast man. But he even put it in his law. When you delete someone, even 10 years later, there's no constitution or something, man. I see. I tell you what, if you don't get it, I'm gonna ask chat.
Just give me eye for an eye.
All right. Let me ask chat. Hi, chat.
Hey, what's new?
What is the word according to the law of this land? If you've killed someone and you've been found guilty, maybe 20 years later, what is the word that they call it?
years after the crime, you might call it a cold case that was solved. Legally, the person would be termed a convicted murderer or convicted of murder. There's also no statute of limitations for murder in many places, so prosecution can happen decades from now.
Thank you, chat.
No statue.
Anytime.
Right. Now tap in statue of anyone of them,
Right.
the one that you use all the time. Statue of limitations meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Chat gave me the answer. Sometimes chat be on point, man.
Of course. Advanced stuff, man. So, statute of limitations is a law that sets a strict time limit on how long a person or the government has to start legal action or file a lawsuit after an event happens. If that time runs out, you generally cannot file the case anymore.
All right then. So that gave me the opposite. No statute of limitations.
Right.
Tap that in. It gave me the opposite there. And then we're gonna get back to the scriptures, because really the scriptures is basically saying it in the words of the Most High. Here you go again. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So having no statutes of limitations means there's hold on.
If something has no statute of limitations, that's what I want to get to the bottom of that. When something has no statute, because I know murder has no statute of limitations.
I think this is the one. It says
Yeah.
having no statutes of limitations means there is no time limit set by law to charge a person with a crime or start a legal case. So there's no time limit at all.
Right.
To pretty much say that, all right, they're convicted or something.
Right. So how do you get around it? Well, you don't get around it. You have to pay for the crime. So just what's going on with the Nolan Wells and what's the other one?
Well, Daniel Irving.
All these ones that, which is Jacob's trouble, and they have to get their judgment. They're getting their judgment for whatever they've done, either in this life or in their past lives.
Yeah.
They're being judged for it. But if those who let's say allegedly they actually slayed him, like the same thing what happened with Cain and Abel. They actually slayed him, and it wasn't convicted immediately. A year later, 2 years, 5 years later, it doesn't matter. There's no statute of limitations if they found the evidence.
Yeah.
If the evidence comes up, there's no statute of limitations for the crime.
Because too much time has gone past.
Yeah.
But that's useful.
You can't rely on time. That's what they're stalling for time when you get into it. A lot of the time they be stalling for time. But this is the Most High's program as well anyway. So there's no statute of limitations for murder.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to Leviticus 24.
Right, Leviticus 24, and starting from 16 again, or 17, says, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death.
Yeah, and there's no statute of limitations for murder. That's why Yahushua, 1,000 years to us,
As like 1 day.
is as 1 day to the Lord. So it makes even on the Most High's time, and 1 hour. Let's just say 1 hour has been broken down mathematically to 40. 1 hour to the Most High is 42 years to us when you break it down mathematically. So there's no way around. That's why when you're Yahushua, that's why the scripture says that anger burneth in his heart, even from the time he was on the scene, and the treatment that he got while he was on the scene.
Yeah.
It was 2 days ago, right? Mathematically, you understand?
True.
When you get into it mathematically, it wasn't that long ago. So that's why it's still burning in his heart. Yeah. Go on.
So verse 18, and he that killeth a beast shall make it good beast for beast.
Yeah, the Most High looks out for the beast too. He made them. Right, he made them. That's his. Imagine you've made something, a little castle. Someone just comes along and crushes it. It doesn't matter. It's only a little castle.
No, that's disrespectful.
Your sand castle. Yeah, just to give you an idea. You put work and time into it, man. Most I can raise up another one, but it's disrespectful to do that. Which he's doing that anyway. He's rising us back up again, and that was all part of the movie that we had to go into all the Deuteronomy 28. All the things, the transatlantic slave trade. As a matter of fact, remind me to ask chat the question on how many people were deleted
Mm.
in the that's the last question,
Yeah.
just to put things in perspective. I want to see if he dances
Right.
around it or if,
So what you want to put it now?
if he
or-
tells me. Yeah, you can ask that one. You can ask, and I'm still going to ask chat.
God,
See what answer I get.
see the comparison.
Yeah. And then after
Okay.
that's it. We done what we wanted to do.
Mhm.
Psychoanalyzing, and it's on to the next.
Alright, let's see. So how many people died in the transatlantic slave trade? So, of course, you're gonna say the whole truth.
Yeah.
It says if any, so look, it says if any mean. So asking the question to ChatGPT now, how many people died in the transatlantic slave trade? It says if you mean transatlantic slave trade, because I just put transatlantic. But it says if you mean transatlantic slave trade, historians distinguish between deaths during the Atlantic.
So hold on. Why didn't you put transatlantic slave trade?
Because I copied and pasted the question from when I noted it down.
All right,
But
cool.
I forgot to put. I could put slave trade.
Yeah, I want to hear
All right, let me.
the sincere question and the sincere answer. What they give, whether it's on point or not.
Transatlantic slave trade.
Sometimes you ask questions just to see what the person's. You don't need. You don't have to.
Yeah.
We just want to see what they say.
All right, I got a new response. So, how many people died in the transatlantic slave trade? ChatGPT says there is no single agreed upon number because not every death was recorded, but historians have strong estimates for different stages of the transatlantic slave trade. It says for best supported figures are about 12.5 million so-called Africans were forced onto slave ships bound for the Americas.
Let me go to the cabinet and get out myself some drink or something, bro. Calm myself down.
Oh boy.
When you put things in perspective, you might need to have a little sip or something, huh?
It's true. You got to mellow down and process it, bro.
Carry on. Don't mind me here. Don't mind me. Go on, carry on.
So the best supported figures are 12.5 million so-called Africans. Of course, it says Africans here. So so-called Africans, which are Israelites, were forced onto slave ships bound for the Americas. From the western side of Africa, of course, transferred to America. About 10.7 million survived the voyage, so-called the journey. Around 1.8 million died during the Middle Passage, the Atlantic crossing, and a mortality rate of roughly 14 to 15%.
There's one more scripture that just come to me. I've done enough psychoanalyzing. Let's just get and close with that. Daniel 9 and 12. Because we know I hear nothing from no Volker Malone, talking about what? They're talking about killing the children. We know I hear nothing about that. Oh, what you talking about? You're going to kill the children? That's what he said in one of his little conferences, what he was having, his little seminars. He didn't want to pay no mind to the alligator bait, what they was doing with the scientists, all the surgeon, what we went into that book last week. Let me remind Akim them. The book that we went into last week.
It's about medicine, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me remind Akim them. Right? Medical apartheid, the dark history of the medical experiments. They ignore all of that. That's one book. You got the other one, Without Sanctuary. You got a lot of them where they go into all the details of putting black babies in the sand, in the earth, and just leaving their heads above it and playing football, kicking their heads off. And we know about the alligator bait. You don't want to pay no mind about that. But when we read that scripture, Psalms 137 and 7, happy shall they be when you dash if them baby against the stone. You throw a wobbly. They throw a wobbly. What scripture you got?
29 and 7.
Yeah, that's the one.
What's a wobbly up here?
Oh, it's another way of saying you throw your toys out the pram.
Oh.
Right? Throwing a strop. And we know why they throw a strop.
Or like a tantrum or something.
Throw a strop, a tantrum. This guy will lose. It's like when if you ever seen a robot in some of these movies, when it malfunctions and start glitching out, they don't want to. It doesn't compute with them. Justice don't compute with these people. He's a what? He's a strange man.
Yeah.
Tell you, there's another
A
scripture.
vagabond.
A vagabond, a fugitive. He's as deaf. He's a serpent, a dragon.
Yeah.
All this. Let the scripture bring it out, man.
Right, this is Daniel 9 and 7.
And we might close on that.
It says, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee.
All right. Yep.
It says, oh look, you want to
Have you got 12?
No, not yet. That was
All right. Okay. What are you reading? What?
Daniel 9 and 7.
I'll read.
Which one do
I
you
want you 12.
Oh,
Go straight to it. John chapter 9 and verse 12.
9 and 12.
But that was all right. That was cool too.
So this is Daniel 9 and 12. It says, and he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Right. And Jerusalem is Yashua Allah, right? The so-called, the elect of the so-called black people, which are a people before it's a place. You can. That's another word you can call us, or name you can call us. Jerusalem or Yashua, in the Hebrew, or monument, right? Monument, which is, or wife of Yehoshua, because we're set to be wedded with Yehoshua, Revelation 21. But I mean, that's really the point I wanted to focus on, right? Yashua Alam, Jerusalem, right? Hey, there's no comparison. Right, we spoke about the serpent deleted the stats we brought out, and how the serpent is the most ferocious, which that goes back to E anyway. But as a literal serpent, it's the most ferocious land animal.
Yeah, the deadliest.
And I if you'd asked me, I would have thought it might have been like a giant elephant, you know, them big elephants, which
they're cool.
Yeah. What you got to say? Go on.
Because sometimes you'd be watching these documentaries.
Yeah.
Well. The elephants actually more they're more intelligent than they look.
Yeah, and very passive.
Calm.
Yeah.
They do their servitude to us. Obviously in terms of when you look at India and
but they be even with they're big and strong, they still be exploited.
Yeah.
Until you push them a little bit too far.
That's true. What's it called? Not the meerkat. There was a clip of a certain animal. I think it's the skunk, maybe. I could be mistaken, but yeah, it was getting the elephant angry, and then that elephant was just stomping on.
Yeah, I think I know the one. Yeah,
it was funny though.
Yeah,
it was teaching him a lesson.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I might have saw that one.
Yeah,
the meerkat, but then you got the mongoose, whose skin. I think there's one of them that their skin is so thick.
Yeah.
Even the lion has problems trying to bite through the skin. It might have been that same one. The mongoose.
Yeah, it's kind of hairy though.
Did it have spikes?
It had fur. It didn't have spikes.
Oh, it had fur.
That's it. Yeah, it was like a sense.
But anyway, just to show you that everything ain't so obvious as what you might think. I was just making the point that we might say the most ferocious person is, if you say it on the top of your head, is you think about some of these serial killers.
Oh,
you understand?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, which a lot of them are Edomites anyway. Or an animal. Yeah. If you look at it from a superficial level, you might say a killer whale. In the marine animal, it's a jellyfish. In the marine animal, it's not a killer whale. It's not a whale.
Yeah.
They're the biggest creatures as far as we know. Well, what we do know is that there's Leviathan there too.
Of course.
Who, when he let loose, he's gonna be doing You're going to be mopping the floor with you Edomites, making up for lost time. But on a superficial level, most people might say whales or killer whales are the most ferocious, and they take the most human life. What we just found out by doing some psychoanalyzing, it's not the killer whale, it's not the whale. It's the jellyfish, which is very covert.
That's like a serpent of the sea.
And like it's a serpent of the sea.
It's got poisons inside of it.
Say no more. Yeah, I've seen documentaries of what they can do when they stick their poison and the tentacles into the underneath of your foot. Is something else you're looking at?
No, I was just gonna say.
But we just wanted to do that psychoanalyzing. It's not always what appears to the eye. is the most ferocious living creature.
Yeah,
The most ferocious living creature is not the killer whale, right? It's not even the literal serpent, it's the spiritual serpent, which is the so-called white man, incarnate, the devil incarnate. He's the most ferocious, and a lot of people know it now because it's all on TikTok. Who are the real T's? I'm not going to say the word, I'm using code. The real T's are the white man today, walking around free as fugitives, walking around. Not many people, he goes, to many people, he goes under the radar. The Israelite woman thinks he's harmless, right? A lot of so-called Jakes or coons think he's harmless. No. That's the title of the video speaks for itself. It's the white man. Say no more.
So,
yeah, you can close that. Just close that.
Yeah, the answers are I found it edifying and exhorting. So on to the next one, as we say, Kah Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, the one is the great apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, Shalom.